Well, hi there. Welcome back to Margot and me. The end of riding mostly for day 49. That's 7 weeks now on the road. Um, feels like a long time. That's the lighthouse at Cape Spear behind me. What a place this is. You'll see some more video and pictures of it later. Good ride today. You can see sunny for most of the way. There was some wind the first 40 kilometers. It was kind of weird. The wind was, strong enough, wasn't crazy, but the gusts were nasty coming up over some mountains. And it wasn't just that the gusts were intermittent from time to time, they were intermittent, but from different sides. Sometimes from the right, sometimes from the left, then in front, and then in back. I felt the bike getting pushed. And sometimes all four of those within 15 or 20 seconds. So it was a lot of work just staying relaxed and letting the bike take its path. So that was kind of neat. And the scenery, like I said, mountainous, like not Rocky Mountains, but it reminds me of what I think the Appalachian Mountains, or the Appalachian. I'm not sure how to pronounce it. I've heard both, and I think it's Appalachian, but correct me in the comments. And then after that, got into the eastern peninsula of Newfoundland and took the side road, got off the Trans-Canada and took a side road, rode through some wilderness area, looked like moose country. I guess the whole island is moose country. And then the last 20 kilometers before I got here was this narrow, super narrow, winding road up and down hills and through this little village. Oh, I don't remember the name of it off the top of my head. So it was just a really interesting road from beginning to end. Really enjoyed it. I'm going to take a tangent, if you don't mind. I guess it doesn't matter if you mind or not, I'm taking it. I'm reading this book this summer. It's like the third or fourth time that I've read it, called Zen and the Art of Motorcycle Maintenance by Robert Pirsig. And it's about motorcycles and it's about maintenance, and it's a little bit about Zen, but really that whole metaphor of motorcycles and maintaining them serves as the backdrop for Pirsig's lecture, his discussion about what does quality mean. It becomes very philosophical. Some of those pages I've had to read them over and over again because the meanings are just so thick. Anyway, the backdrop of that book, the plot line of the book, in which he's talking about his philosophy, is this motorcycle trip that he's on with his friend and with his son and two other friends of his. And they're riding through some of the northern states on their way to Bozeman, Montana, where the protagonist in the story used to live and where he used to teach at the university. And he's become disconnected from who he was then and who he is now. I won't give it away. And the book talks a little bit about that. So he feels very distant from him, it's a forgotten past to some extent. And as he's riding down this road, he's talking about these ghosts that he keeps thinking he sees on the side of the road. And really they're not ghosts. They're memories of him when he was younger, when he was there. And those memories are popping up and coming back to him, things he hasn't seen or felt or remembered in decades. So those ghosts keep showing up, memories of who he was. It's gonna be hard to put into words. This is a place that's full of ghosts for me. Been to Newfoundland only one time before, 20 years ago or so, somewhere in there with Karen, and we came to this exact spot, and we loved it. We had a great day. And so, yeah, there's ghosts here for me. Yeah, it's been 4 years since we lost her, and yeah, still hurts. It's good to be here, a little bit painful to be here. I feel her ghost, her memory is really, really present right now, which is welcome. But I wish it wasn't just a memory. So, that's Cape Spear. This is Canada's most Easterly Point. So it's kind of neat to be here, to have ridden this far, and I'll spend tonight and tomorrow night in St. John's, and I'm sure I'll meet a few more ghosts because Karen and I spend some time there too. And then I'm on my way to visit a couple more locations here in Newfoundland before I get on the ferry at the end of the month and start really heading home for real. I think that's about it for all I want to say or need to say at this point. I hope you're enjoying these videos that you'll see in the pictures. This place is stunning, and as always, the pictures and videos aren't doing it any justice. And I hope you're all doing well. Talk to you later.